All right, welcome back. AIWF Mid-Atlantic Breakdown episode. What is it? Seis.
Six?
Seis.
Picking up a new language. Congratulations.
Now when I used to do commercial floor and I worked with a Mexican crew, they used to try to teach me Spanish all the time. It didn't really take but just a few words. You know what I'm saying?
Did you got the numbers down?
I got the numbers down up to like 8. Ocho, whatever
Yes.
ocho is.
Yeah, that's 8.
You know, ocho mama. Ocho mama.
8, mama.
Episode 6.
6.
We have done this for 6 straight weeks.
That's shocking.
I didn't think I had it in me,
I didn't either.
to be honest with you. But here's the difference between this show and the show Matt Carter does. Which, oh, by the way, I talked to Matt Classic. He is planning on being on Matt Carter's show this Sunday to talk about the anniversary show.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, considering, he needs to because some people don't know everything about it when they probably should. But, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Well, and what makes this show easier than Matt's is live, and we tape this, so it helps me. It helps me a lot by who's sending me freaking weird messages. It helps me because I can with Matt's show. A lot of times I'm doing stuff because we're on kind of a live schedule, and on this, and me and you can just say, hey, it's actually past Tuesday night when the episode aired, so we can just say, hey, 15 minutes, let's do the show. Okay.
Right. We do have a little more wiggle room.
Yeah, it helps when it's not live, but then again, you don't get that live, I guess,
I
feel.
I try not to stick my foot in my mouth on this show. Sometimes when we're live, if it gets in my brain, it just pops out of my mouth, whether or not it should or not. So,
Well, and the good thing about Matt's live show is the fans can be more interactive on it.
yeah, it is
But
fun.
they can, yeah, you guys can be interactive on this one. You just got to send us messages, and we'll take care of the messages, and we'll answer them, and we'll talk about them. Yeah, you just got to send them to us. But we're not live, and I'm kind of glad we're not live. That's Matt's thing. He's better at that thing. Can you imagine me trying to control all this stuff if we was live?
No, I cannot.
Jeez, I'd be like a bull in a china shop.
So,
yeah. So, anyway, moving on. We had the Mid-Atlantic episode that aired this past Tuesday, which was the 18th. Yes, 18th, because I had my colonoscopy.
Was that enjoyable?
I don't know. I was asleep.
But that's the best sleep. The sleep of a colonoscopy is the best sleep.
Have you ever had a colonoscopy?
I have.
Well, they made me do a 2-day prep. So I had to starve from Saturday night till Tuesday at about 9:30. That was the most miserable couple days of my life.
Yeah, I noticed that Trista dropped a little insult to you.
Oh, yeah.
I laughed. I thought that was so funny.
But I'll tell you what, I may have damaged myself when I come out because I stopped and got a big old croissant from Burger King on the way home. And I eat that, and when I got home, I DoorDashed me 2 Big Macs and an order of fries.
You're trying to stop yourself up.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was trying to backlog my food intake. And all I did was, I think I damaged my insides. So, but but I tell you what.
You got a picture of your butthole you're going to show everybody?
Check this out.
Yeah.
Speaking of my insides, they look good.
They do. Oh, well.
Yes, sirree.
Everybody.
That was my insides.
Oh, God.
Got clean and I think they were sparkling.
They're sparkling.
But anyway, getting back to the Mid-Atlantic episode, let me pull up the first set of pictures I have here, and we will talk about them. All right, can you see them?
Yes, I see.
Yes, sir.
I see
Look at them glamour boys.
see my two favorite members of ICW, JD Anderson and PD Hogg.
PD Hogg, and I do not know her name, and I'm a little embarrassed to say
I
do
know,
not know
neither
her
did
name.
Brian. Brian on the commentary said, "I don't know her name." But maybe they should tell the production staff
Write it
the
down for
names of their valets,
Yes,
or their
write it
girlfriends, or
down.
whatever they are.
If you're watching this, write it down. I can't say that PD Hogg and JD Anderson are members of a group called The Experience out at ICW. And and again, don't I don't want to get no emails or text or messages saying, hey, you're supposed to be about AIWF Mid-Atlantic, not ICW. ICW and AIWF Mid-Atlantic, as you know, we've been talking about it for months, work together in Ivanhoe. So when we work up there, we give those guys their dues. Now, their opponents for the night.
Sam is a member of a legacy member of the AIWF.
Yes.
For the people who've been around for a million years, he was one half of the War Machine. So
yes, or 1/3 or 4th, or there's several of them at one time, but
just depends on who came in and out.
Well, now a little trivia: the War Machine's valet Angel was the first valet to ever go in the Hall of Fame.
Huh?
AIWF.
That is nice.
So you got that. Now, take a good look at these guys, and then their opponents. These guys.
I asked while I was watching this. I did ask the question of, if Bully has a singlet, why was he not wearing that singlet as he came to the ring? But I do not judge. Everybody can live their own life, but I did question that. I guess.
I can say that Kid America is one of the best talents. I will say that he is one of the best talents that ICW has.
I agree.
The kid is really good.
He is really good. And it was great to see somebody young taking on JD Anderson. I said his real name before. JD, I doxed him.
I'm trying to ignore it.
I know. JD Anderson, and I do that all the time. JD Anderson and PD Hogg. But, this match, Kid America really, really took him to task and stuff. And he, I'm not sure how long he's been in ICW, but, I'm hoping to see maybe him come down to Mount Airy sometime. I think he would fit in well there.
I think our fans will take to him. I do.
Yeah,
I do. And we're not throwing off on Bully. He's been around a long time. He is one half of the ICW tag champ. So
no, he was. Don't let his look fool you. He's very good in the ring too. So, it was a good match.
There you go. I just wanted everybody to get a good look at them glamour twins there.
I'm gonna be.
Let me tell you something. That right there is body confidence.
That's a good way to put it. That's a very positive spin on that. Good for them. Good for them. Good for them.
Good for them. Now, the valet that I'm sure will get in trouble for not knowing her name, she did get involved in the match, as what valets do. The crowd was not happy with her. They were very upset with her. So, but how about that?
Nice drop kick.
Yes, beautiful drop kick by Kid America right there. And I need to go back because there's a video on this too. So let me get that. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
I throw the video clip in here.
Very good. Yeah, he was letting JD Anderson have it. And that crowd was not behind JD Anderson either. The episode actually started with him out there insulting the crowd and insulting the fire department and the firemen, which I don't think is the best thing, because if you get hurt in a place with firemen and you have insulted them, you
might need them.
And in Ivanhoe, there's probably lots of places to disappear. So,
Oh, well, yeah. If you've not been to Ivanhoe, Virginia, there is plenty of wooded areas and hills and hollers up there that they could definitely put somebody into. But there you go. That's that match. We'll come back with the main event. If you want to see the end of that match, I'm not going to show anybody the endings on these things. So if you want to see the ending of the match, then feel free to go to the AIWF network on YouTube and click on that episode. I think it was, God, what episode was that, by the way? Let me look right here and I'll tell you.
3 something? I can't remember.
I think it was episode 485.
That's crazy when you think about it.
But you know,
you're just taking those into account. They're not even taking into the account all the cyber zones that came before for the AIWF Mid-Atlantic show. I mean, there's tons of cyber zones, and then
there's over 100 of them.
And then
we have filmed over the last 33 years. I mean, you're talking AIWF Mid-Atlantic. Now, this is the new version. There was another Mid-Atlantic before this. That was short run. The cyber zones we did, I'd say we are right at, if not over, 1,000 episodes.
Little piece of trivia about Reagan Danzig. That's how she started in the AIWF, was running that camcorder. So I would relieve Denise from recording the whole shows. That's how I started there. So that was my first job.
I used to feel so bad for Denise. She was such a trooper, man. Because everybody, I don't know how many people that watches this remembers, but back in the 90s, the camcorders were, they were
like this big.
Huge.
And
I mean, they had this big, imagine a VHS tape you rent from the movie theater. I mean, from the movie store, on video store. Back, if anybody remembers those, the big VHS tapes, that is what those cameras used.
Mm-hmm.
And they were
it was corded. That camcorder was corded to a VCR, right? That recorded at one point. It was.
I don't know if it was recorded to a VCR, but I know it was corded to the microphone.
Was that what it was corded to? I just remember
Dr. Bill and Matt Carter used.
Yeah.
So she stood behind them and filmed this thing.
Yeah, it was hard. It was.
And we done that until the early 2000s, when, believe it or not, AC introduced us to the smaller camcorders.
Mm-hmm.
And we had one of them on a tripod. They used the smaller tapes, I can't remember what they were, but they used the little smaller tapes. And that at that point, computers had come into play. So we could film the two camcorders, the two smaller ones. And AC taught me. AC was a godsend back then because he helped teach me how to put it all together. And between him and the mighty Tim Dolan, who come in the early 2000, 2005, 2006, they taught me how to edit those things and put them all together. And I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the old dude.
Yep. Shocking. Now, I will say you do a good job at that. If you can say you do a good job at anything. Yeah, I think you should probably just spend your time behind the camera editing, but neither here nor there.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm giving you a compliment.
Oh,
that you should.
I thought you were trying to hand your job off to me.
No, God, no. I can't trust you for that.
I see you come out behind that curtain with your eyes all crossed, your face red, and in a state of mass confusion.
Oh my God. The worst is when something doesn't work. And that happened at Ivanhoe. So some of the things you notice, like if you notice on these last 2 episodes, there's some times that we came in at a weird time or it just because we were, like I had said, we were on our touring stuff and getting all that to work in a new place can sometimes be difficult. So,
and we learned from that come the anniversary show, we're going to sit down and figure out the Mount Airy setup that's permanent
Yes.
And then we're going to have us a traveling setup that'll go to Ivanhoe and the ICW shows. So
Yeah. So just
good
let
times.
me work out those bugs.
It'll be good. So, but what else you got before we take a break?
Are we gonna talk about the Tyson Victor
We
Krause
are.
match? All right,
We are.
That's my only thing, that and the fight that we saw last week. We kind of revisited on that episode between him and Matt Anderson. So
yes. So and I have sent out an invitation to Ty Tyson to join us on the show tonight to discuss that. Whether or not he will, I do not know. But the invitation is there. So we'll see. In the meantime, let's take a quick commercial break. And we'll be right back with the second half of the Mid-Atlantic episode from, what episode did I say that was? 486? 485. Yeah. We are covering Mid-Atlantic episode 485. Jesus. We'll be right back after these commercials.
Jimmy Valiant, Boogie Woogie Man.
Legendary Boogie Woogie Man.
Wait a minute, baby. Wait a minute. Hang on.
What are you doing around
What was that going there, buddy?
This is our neighborhood.
You done made a young man's game.
You should be retired, Boogie.
Wait a minute, boys! Let me take a bite of my king dog.
You say King Dog?
King Dog?
Is that what you said?
What? What happened? Come on, boy.
Don't let hunger bully you. Get yourself a king dog, and you too can become a super hunger fighter.
Secondhand Heroes and Home for Wayward Villains is a comic book shop and gaming store that also features Magic the Gathering and D&D. Located at 18184 Leesville Road in Evington, Virginia, Secondhand Heroes is your one-stop shop for you to get your nerd on. Open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. They don't close until the dice stop rolling. They buy, sell, trade, barter, and haggle, specializing in collectible toys, both vintage and modern, comics, Magic the Gathering, video games, console, and arcade cabinets to play, all set to free play. Host your game night with us. Monday night D&D video game competitions, and so much more. Something for the collector and gamer in us all. Call 434-317-0121 or shoot us an email with any questions to secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. Note, secondhandheroesva@gmail.com. That's 2ND, handheroesva@gmail.com. Come game with us. Tease Treats is a food truck service that operates out of Mount Airy, North Carolina. They serve decadent, delicious ice cream treats, hot dogs, chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches, nachos, funnel cakes, and so much more. They can be in multiple locations at the same time, available for festivals, athletic tournaments, concerts, or any gathering. When it comes to delicious quality and reasonable prices, you can't go wrong with Tease Treats. You can find out more about Tease Treats at facebook.com/Tease Treats, or you can give them a call at 336-755-8204. You'll find out that Tease Treats are not only the best concessions in wrestling, but the best concessions anywhere.
Welcome back to the AIWF Mid-Atlantic Breakdown. I'm Rick Diesel, and my co-host, Reagan Danzig, who is the smarter of the two.
Oh, thank you.
I thought compliment at you occasionally. Whatever. Checks them out. We're hoping that Ty Tyson can get on. I don't know if I sent him the correct information to get on. I don't know. I tried. If he can't make it, we'll try again next week with him. But I sent the invite to him. If he can figure out how to use it, or if I send it to him right, we should be good.
All right,
So,
we'll see.
In the meantime, let's go take a look at Ty Tyson's match. Okay.
So The one thing that started it, I think, was Victor Krause's downfall to begin with is they did play Victor Krause's incorrect music. They played the Russian national anthem and not the German, and they are two completely different countries and anthems.
They even fought against each other in World War II, so, you know.
Yeah, but
yeah. And, I already noticed that my poor old pictures are not lined up correctly, so that's on me. But here's Ty Tyson making his way to, I don't care where he goes. And I'll give him credit for this, even though he's the father of my grandchildren. He is very popular. When we went to an ICW show, he worked on an ICW show a few weeks ago out in Elizabethton, Tennessee, and then people just went crazy over him. I don't know if he looks like that weird uncle everybody likes, or if they think he's off-season Santa Claus, but whatever the reason is, they really like this guy, and I got to give him credit for that.
He does, and he has been bulking up, and like just seeing him return to the ring after all this bulking up is just fantastic. He looks like a new Ty Tyson, and so I'm excited to see what the year brings to him. So,
well, Victor Krause was already in the ring for this match, so the match. These two guys are pretty well. They're pretty well matched up.
Yeah, two big heavyweights.
Yeah, two big heavyweights, two bulls going head to head in the ring, and the crowd always likes that, Oh, we got watch this right here. There's that claw.
That is a claw, and a pretty devastating one. So, it's people may have forgotten about the claw because it hasn't been used in a while, but it hurts. It is one of those ones if it's put on right, you feel like you're having your brain squoze out. So
if you think back to the Von Erichs, Baron von Raschke, Germans wrestlers, it's like it is mandatory. It's almost like it's mandatory for them to learn that claw.
Yeah, rite of passage.
Yeah, rite of passage. Like I said, Victor, he stood up with Ty very, very toe to toe. Let me get back. Right there's a picture. There's a couple of pictures I missed because I forgot to line them up. That's the way it works. Now, this is what we want to talk about also. I wanted to go back and touch base on this because this right here is something that, and when you watch this episode, you go back to the AIWF Mid-Atlantic 486, I think it is, on the AIWF Network on YouTube, you'll see, I think the episode before that, we touch on this right here, but Matt Anderson has decided he wants to go head-to-head with Ty Tyson. And I feel like that's maybe a mistake. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah,
Matt Anderson is another one that is very capable of standing up and on his own in the ring.
My fear is that someone has got into Matt Anderson's head and has been whispering things in his ear to make him behave this way. And I just don't know if it's going to work out for him like he thinks it. He says that it's all on his own volition. But, I've heard the whisperings of who may be getting in his ear and trying to push him up against Ty Tyson. Maybe it's rumored, maybe it's true, maybe somebody on this panel knows about it. There's only two of us.
All right, first off, I'm not admitting to anything, but I will say this. Matt Anderson at one time was one half of the tag team champions in this company. And he held, I think it was the TV title for a short period of time.
Yes.
But he was tag champ for a long time. And if you sit and go back and look at those two title reigns, the most successful one was when he had in his head the same frame of mind that he has right now. I mean, let's call it like we see it.
His title rate, he held that with he held the tag belts too with Gorilla Q also, correct?
Yes, but didn't
so
they lose them to just like a team that was put together on a whim?
Well, I mean, they were successful and they were a crowd favorite, and I just I don't know. You're talking about that tag team was before I came around, so I only have heard whisperings of how devastating that tag team was.
Matt Anderson and Sebastian Kane. Matt Anderson and Sebastian Kane was a tag team to be reckoned with. Matt Anderson and Gorilla Q was lucky. I'm sorry. I'll just, like I said, call it like you see it. They were lucky to even hold the belts as long as they did. It was a fluke that they won them. Not throw it off on Matt Anderson, because if Matt Anderson keeps his head the way he's going right now, I feel like he can do things. And I kind of agree with the fact that if he's going to prove himself, he's got to do it against Ty Tyson right out of the gate.
And, he just being at Ivanhoe, like, you could tell he's a different person. I will say that he seems more focused. He seems to have more of a plan in his head. And so I will have to say that we're going to have to, Ty Tyson and the other people in the AIWF really are going to have to watch this bull charging at them. So.
Well, that's true. Okay. We've got a few minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
What else you want to talk about? Come on now. I know you got something on your mind.
I've just been sitting around today and just feeling really irritated about some of the things that I'm seeing that are going to be coming up that I'm worried about coming up this year. Some people who have put themselves into control and align themselves with squirrely individuals. And, I'm just kind of not happy with what the future, what I see in the future. I don't like the way the things are going right now. I don't like who thinks they're in charge and who can just do whatever they want and just think that they can just roll right in from a passive position to being someone in charge. And I just have been thinking about that all day, and it's just been irritating me. I'm not going to say any names or anything because I'm trying to.
Yeah, your vagueness is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be it could be two things right now.
I feel like that the AIWF Mid-Atlantic has 2025 looks the brightest for this company that it has in years. I truly believe that. And for whatever reason, for whoever's in charge, I think big things, good things, big things are on the horizon. Because I'm telling you, I've got plans that I feel like is going to be good for this company.
I just think you have to be careful.
Let me put it to you this way. I am already negotiating. We're going to see how it plays. For sometime in the late spring or early summer, one of the big AIWF titles coming. One of the big AIWF titles coming to the Mid-Atlantic, and one of our guys getting a shot at it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a national, a big, you know what I'm saying, outside the AIWF Mid-Atlantic title. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I'm excited about that. I just hope that the person who gets that is worthy of that chance and not somebody that has sold their soul to get it.
Well, and also, there's going to be a lot of talent coming to this Mid-Atlantic, to the AIWF 33rd anniversary show on March 1st and 2nd. A lot of talent from all over the country coming. There's going to be negotiations, some backroom deals. I'm going to be out there beating the bushes and trying to figure out who we can get to come in from other parts. We'll be watching the crowd to see who they like, who they don't like, so I can extend the invitations. So, I've been doing this for a long time, and I feel really good about what we got coming up in the future. You may not think so, but
we'll see.
We'll
I'm
see.
just nervous about the the direction that this company is going.
Well, look at this ICW Mid-Atlantic deal I've put together. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Already got new talent for people to see on the show.
yeah.
And we've only had one show this year, and look what we've done with it. You never know what'll happen.
I guess that's the thing, is you don't know what's going to happen. So just buckle up, be ready.
Buckle up, Buttercup. That's it, buddy. Anyway, I guess if there's nothing else you think I can talk about, I know this show don't go as long as the live show that Matt does, but we don't have as much to talk about as he does. So if there's anything that the fans out there would like to see us talk about, let me or Reagan know. You can send a message to either one of us on Facebook or the AIWF Mid-Atlantic page on Facebook. And a topic, Mid-Atlantic, if it's outside the Mid-Atlantic, that's Matt Carter's domain. So it has to be about the Mid-Atlantic or the ICW. We'll talk, those two are our subjects that we talk about. So if there's anything you'd like for us to talk about or any subject you'd like to touch on, just let us know. And if there's any guests, because we're getting to the point now, we're going to try to have Ty Tyson on tonight, but evidently he couldn't find his phone. Or, it's a Zoom call, Ty, come on, man. We bragged about you the whole show. God, you let us down. But anyway, if there's somebody you'd like to see us have on and some questions you'd like for them, let us know. We will start, once we start having guests, we'll start letting people know in advance so that you can send us any questions you'd like for us to ask those guests. How's that? That'll work.
Yeah, sounds good.
We're still crawling, hoping to be walking and running eventually.
Yeah,
we're still babies. We're still new.
We're crawling up there, so like pulling up on the couch, slowly pulling up on the couch, and then we'll start taking bigger steps. So, but thank everybody for watching so far. I mean, I've been really pleased seeing how many people are watching, so that's exciting. So
yes, I agree. So you tell two friends, they'll tell two friends. We're not live, but we're on every week, usually on Wednesday nights. We usually tape it on Wednesday nights, and usually it can go up pretty quick on that same night. So, or early the next morning. So just keep an eye out on the AIWF Mid-Atlantic page and AIWF Network on YouTube for new episodes. So I guess that'll wrap it up. Reagan, thank you so much for another show in the can, I guess, or in the bag, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see you next week when we will break down another AIWF Mid-Atlantic episode. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.